Hey guys, this is a contest for my friend Todd Walnuts, independent film, I guess, contest. He wanted to discuss independent film. I'm a big fan of independent film. I like a lot of directors. The first question is, who's your favorite independent film director? I have a lot, so it's going to be tough, but I picked a couple kind of in the horror genre. Just some, I'll just name off a few. I love Wes Anderson, of course, non-horror genre. He's an amazing director. I love his sense of humor, his style of filmmaking. Just huge fan of his. And then Nicholas Winding Refn, I still consider him, even though he's making mainstream films, very independent. He does what he wants to do, and I have respect for that. And yeah, so there's a couple. Kevin Smith, always been a huge fan of all of his films. Have special spot in my heart for some of those. They're just very nostalgic. I've watched him for a long time, and I love his movies. But I went ahead and I picked two that are kind of on the top of my list right now. The first of which is Adam Weingart, which a lot of you probably know Adam Weingart. He's done some of my favorite films, two of which are You're Next. I'm a huge fan of this movie. And then this is one of my all-time favorite films, The Guest. If you haven't seen The Guest, you have to check it out. And most recently, he did the remake of The Blair Witch Project, which I really enjoyed this movie, actually. A true sequel to the original film. But yeah, so there's some of Adam Weingart's films. He's done some other films as well and some shorts and things like that. But I'm really excited about this director because now with the release of Blair Witch, I think he could be a big-time horror film director. He's really good, and he can do more than just horror, too. He's done a lot of great stuff. But I also wanted to pick another one of my favorite guys who I just cannot get enough of is Jeremy, and I believe it's Saulner is how you say his last name. But he directed Murder Party, which is a fantastic movie. And then one of my all-time favorite films is Blue Ruin, which he directed. If you haven't seen Blue Ruin, it's just fantastic, like revenge type thriller. Awesome movie, very gritty, very beautifully shot. Love this film. And then most of you have heard Green Room. A lot of hype behind this movie. He directed it as well. And yeah, there's an actor that plays, he's the lead in Blue Ruin. He was also in his other movies, Murder Party and Green Room. He is an amazing actor. I wish he would make more stuff. His name is, sorry, let me see here. Macon Blair. So awesome actor. I loved him. He in Blue Ruin, dude, is excellent. So yeah, there's a couple you could call them my favorite directors right now, especially in the horror genre. As far as a favorite film that's an independent film, I have several, but I tried to pick one that maybe a lot of you haven't seen, so it would maybe entice you to find this movie. And it's a movie called Faults. And this movie surprised the heck out of me. I never hear anybody talk about it. It has some, notable people in it. Leland Orser, which you can see him on the back there. Very recognizable actor, character actor. And then also Mary Elizabeth Winstead is in it as well. This movie is, and I'll read it. It says, Claire is under the grip of a mysterious new cult called Faults. Desperate to be reunited with their daughter, Claire's parents recruit one of the world's foremost experts on mind control, and that's who Leland Orser plays, Ansel Roth, to kidnap and deprogram her. However, once the process is underway, Ansel realizes he may not be the one in control. So this movie has a lot of twists. It's very well acted, very well shot, very well made. It really, really surprised me. This is probably one of the most recommended movies I do, and it actually was produced by the producers of The Guest and You're Next, so they were involved in this as well. But if you locate a copy of this, definitely check it out. I'd like to get it on Blu-ray. I remember getting this at Walmart for like $10, but definitely watch Faults. It's an amazing film, and I just love it. I can't say enough good things. And lastly, his question was, if you could make a movie and you had $25,000, what would you make? It's going to be silly, but I've always wanted to make a Christmas slasher. I have some really good ideas for one involving Santa Claus and wreaking havoc and stuff like that. I just think that would be so much fun. I love the genre, and it's something I think you can do on a low budget too. But if not a Christmas slasher, just a slasher in general. So, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Todd, as always, man, you deserve all the subscribers you can get. If you haven't subbed to Todd yet, you need to, because he's just super amazing, nice guy, great friend of mine on here, and I. Thanks for the contest, man. Looking forward. Jeff Wedding also. I have the movies that he has given away, but that's okay. I still wanted to enter the contest, and I'd be glad to pass it along to someone else. So, because I definitely picked up those movies by Jeff Wedding, which I've watched both of, and they're excellent. And I did that on Todd's recommendation. So, anyway, Jeff Wedding, you're awesome. Todd, you're awesome as well. Thank you guys. And yeah, have a great week.